Hey everybody. I, yet again, have been wanting to play this game. Um, this time it's after work, you know how it goes. And my dear little Artemi, um, kept biting me. Tem, he kept biting me. Pathologic would be a more difficult game, I think, if, Artemi bit people. I mean, sometimes when you're in fisticuffs, but, that technically never happened. It would be crazy if he tried to bite people's fingers off in this game. That's not the type of game Pathologic is, really. But I figured I'd put the thought into your brain. Because my little baby boy, my little kitten, Artemi, who I did name after Artemi Barak, I will not lie to anyone here, is a crazy little boy who loves biting things and causing mischief. And was sitting in my lap, and every time I tried to move my hands away from petting him, he was like, well, I'm gonna follow your hands and slam on your keyboard. And I don't need that. Okay, so I think if I want to change maps, I have to go through here. I like how it does that. That's fine.
Every creek.
I just needed to kick that
like a gunshot.
idiocy.
You're too high strung.
Peaceful districts are easy to pass through, but I have to pass through dangerous ones carefully. On my own feet, such districts are marked with color. Can we go through the step? No. No, I cannot. Oh, yeah. Let me try again. Okay. Alright, so not allowed to go through the step. Okay, so basically how they do it is like I choose my path and then when I go through a district, so I could go through here, it'll be quicker. Oh, but I have to go through that district. Or I could go through this district. Let's see. This might, like, that district's infected, but okay. That'll take less time. I mean, I have to travel through the infected district. I think this is the path. Let's go. If I slip through the archway without deviating from the X route, the rest of the journey will pass without incident. I can turn into another archway, then I'll have to create a new route. I'll have to pass through dangerous districts myself again. Yippee! Oh, people I can talk to. Do you happen to know if there will be a funeral? There will be. They say Grief was killed. Terrible. He was the last decent person in this damned place. I've heard many things about Grief, but decent person, that's a first. He provided food to families in our area, handed out bread for the children, and now he's gone, and without him we'll surely starve. What do you want? Hello, any news? What's the word in town? Have you been living under a rock? No one's saying anything. Everyone hides in corners like mice. And why aren't you hiding? Why are you walking around? I went to the pub. It used to be great there, generous. Stomaton was a decent guy, would pour on credit. But now he's dead and the place shut down. What do you mean the pub is closed? It's open, but what's the point? Without Stomaton, no one's running a tab anymore. Only for money, and who needs that? Oh, huh. So Andre is dead? I've heard some humanitarian aid being distributed around here. Have you heard anything of it? Man, this guy's hair texture looks... Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not sure anyone does that at all. This is a disaster. Grief was the last decent person around this place. Did I hear correctly? Okay. Let me go trade with the kids. Hey kids, I got stuff. Oh look, here he comes again. So you found the genie yet? What genie? Ooh, the old man's definitely not getting any younger. Got the memory of a giant ancient goldfish. You were just asking about the genie just yesterday. I talked to you? When? What did we talk about? 3 days after Simon died. Think we got nothing better to do than tell you the same thing over and over again every day? Third day, you say? Got it. Huh. Those rascals they've dug in. Fighting my way through children is beneath me. Juvenile gains are getting out of control. Can I trade with you? Can I trade with you? Can I trade with you? Aha! Trade. Hey, Linky guy. Was it your stuff our guys pilfered the other day? Yes. If by stuff you mean a laboratory for the incredible value of humanity and our guys refers to the capital's power may be. Gee, don't get all jittery. It was just a test to see if you were a good one or a bad one. A bad one would have run to grown-ups to complain. You were all right, though. Didn't lose your cool. Traded it all back in whiz. That's the kind of thing we can respect. Thanks, I guess. So I'll make it brief. We've convened the Children's Council and decided to accept you into our, commodity exchange. But you can't play our games. And we're not showing you the invisible cat either. But trading this and that and whatnot, anytime. I've seen that. So what do you sell beyond stolen mechanical devices? Dirt cakes, twigs? The Children's Council can change its mind, you know. What are you gonna get a hangover pill then? Or stinky feet cream? Or bits of colored glass? Our range of commodities is dizzying. Occasionally someone even brings a schmatter to trade. If they're dumb enough. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind. So anyway, we'll hang out near tall places. Ones you see from afar like this. We'll play... right, like this place right here. If a giraffe was wandering about here, we'd be hiding under it, but our winters are too cold for a giraffe. And another thing, we don't need your clinky things. Save them for beggars. They're worthless now. Bring us good, sound commodities. Beetles and butterflies. And nuts, too. You know, some of my medicine went missing on my first day here. Now I see how you've come by the stuff. Alright, what do we got? Reagent. Required for using the microscope. Moderately increases mana. Recipes. Well, I want that shit, of course. Okay, so now I want to click this to get on this side. So nutshells cost 1. Butterfly in a box. Well, I think definitely this. It's 5. Ooh, 5. Never mind, let me. Oh. The glass tower is just over by the river, but the only entrance is guarded by children in weird dog masks. The children have claim I've talked to them on 3rd day, but they refuse to repeat themselves. What did we talk about? Maybe they even let me into the tower that day? Terrible vengeance. I wasn't the only one who found Ruben's hideout. On this day, the attackers tracked him down and killed him. On the 3rd day, Ruben was hiding in the warehouses. He was planning something. He was afraid of something. Yesterday, the dog kids insist I've already asked them about the polyhedron. I can't remember anything. I have to go back to turn to what the dog heads told me before. Well, thank you for telling me the mechanic of this game. Alright, let me see. Use? Use? Is that recipe learned? Recipe learned reagent, okay. Immensely invigorating. Wiring Mania plus 132. Let's go talk to... Alright, he's in his workshop. The judge is not receiving petitioners today. Please vacate the premises. I'm not a petitioner. My name is Danil Denkovsky, head of the Thanakat laboratory. I've come from the capital to conduct research. I need to speak with Georgie Kine. You should research good manners instead. After everything you said last time, you have the audacity to cross this threshold once again. You've been in town for 5 days now. What have you been doing all this time? I don't remember. Oh, you forgot. Well, I'd wish you'd forgotten the weight of the crucible, but you even failed to do that. The judge is not receiving visitors today, and he gave special orders regarding yourself. Leave. Very well. Tempus concilium dabet. Now that's also really strange. Like, he doesn't remember. I'm very confused. Georgie threw me out of his workshop without a word. Well, okay. So we know that when we talked to Mark, they were saying that the last actor sucked. That we finally got a new replacement. So I think the implication is we are a new actor. We are a new Denkovsky. But we still have to deal with the consequences of the Denkovsky who, the original actor, or the original Denkovsky. I think it gets really funky when it comes to actors and stuff, because I do, like, it's kind of playing the game of, like, player versus actor, and playing with that metal element of, again, all of that stuff intertwining in interesting ways. It is interesting because it does kind of play with the idea of, like, of how in classic HD, and this was kind of something I didn't think about when I played, but I've, of course, watched the H Bomber Guy video on Pathologic Classic HD. And so it's like, yeah, when they're on their own, when they, like, the characters without the player to guide them are significantly worse. Like, they end up making bad decisions, making the worst decisions they could have, which in turn leads to, honestly, sometimes really funny results. Like Denkovsky getting kidnapped by the children, and in Clara's route, Artemi and Danil just fucking batting it out, I guess. It's really interesting. It's weird. And I'm curious of what this game does, because I'm only in the beginning of the game, right? Like, I have 2 out of 72 achievements, and I don't even have the time travel yet. And so it's like, so we are being forced to experience the Denkovsky that fucked up's experience, having to deal with those consequences without actively being the ones who have caused those actions, which is interesting. Well, that means Victor's not going to talk to us either. Minotaurs, Cynophali, people with animal heads, chthonic creatures of all children. Oh, curious. Khan's in here. Caspar Kine. The Kine heir plotted his own course through the ply of his family. His followers were called Dogheads. They wore beast-faced masks and lived in the polyhedron. In this way, they claimed to renounce their animal nature and embrace a world of pure fantasy. They obeyed Khan blindly, hence his nickname. But Khan himself still retained the ability to doubt.
When the cat's
With all due
away,
respect,
the mice
you
will
just keep
play.
visiting at the wrong times. I thought this was Victor Kine's study. It is. What, you don't think it looks right? No, it does. Only the owner is missing. Where is he? Ever since Mother died, he only ever goes to the Cape to visit her. What do you want? I wanted to talk to him about Simon Kine. I can see you don't know our family very well. Remember, don't openly state your intentions in this house. It's dangerous. Uncle used to say that the words of a Kine have a trapdoor underneath, and usually more than one. Are you trying to say they're all liars? Uncle called it dialectics. You can swindle with the truth alone, you know. The world's a deck of cards, he used to say, and most important ones are always up someone's sleeve. Sounds like your uncle was a sharp card. A card sharp wants to steal from you. My uncle was the opposite. He didn't steal. He slipped jokers into people's hands. That made things more interesting. He liked enhancing a poor hand, giving the weak strength to see what they could do with it. You're using the past tense. You're talking about Simon, right? I no longer remember which of my uncles taught me how to play cards. It might have been Simon, or it might have been Georgie. I was little then, like a baby tooth. They taught me to slip jokers into my opponent's decks, and to play dead too. What do you mean, play dead? It's a term in cards. when you pretend not to notice your opponent's manipulations, and it gives you an advantage. I knew a man who gambled his whole family away. If he was stupid enough to wager his family, he deserved it. I hope you aren't like that. Remember, everything is a game in the Crucible, and everyone else is a joker. The cards are either marked or from a different deck. That's what Uncle used to say. I'll remember that. For now, I'll go look for your father. They're just outright saying it. It's interesting how, like, due to the nature of... due to the nature... Oh, I forgot I can go around this way. It's interesting that, like... That's interesting. I don't know what quite to do with it, but there's something interesting happening. I don't know enough yet to really, like, say for certain, but I'm gonna drink some of that. I need to eat now.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh, my heart is pounding and I am dying. I should honestly put this in one of the quick passes. There we go. How do I... Okay, that's not an actual exit or entrance, I see. That's the frustrating. It's like every time I go to chug, it like every time I like turn on like the sensor thing, it like starts really chugging, yeah. Even though I really want to play, I think this might be a situation where I have to wait for a few more fixes, a few more updates to happen, because the game is chugging in like a kind of spectacular way. Appeals in vain. The Kynes are a strange family. Perhaps Victor, the only reasonable member, would speak to me. To go to Victor. Okay. I think that's very cool, the fact that they put some of like the present thoughts like on the background like that, like in the sky against like the warehouses. I think that's very cool. I think Hey Victor, what did I do to you? Victor Kyne, pragmatist. Younger brother of Simon and Georgie. If the Kynes are the shining mind of the town, then Victor is the hands that create the bricks for building castles in the air. All his life he made sure that the gears of fate in this unusual family turned in harmony with one another. Perhaps that's why he enjoys assembling clocks. It seems he was the only one who can rein the impulses of wild Nina, his way of life.
I feel as though my blood is getting thicker. An omen, is it not?
Yes, yes. Found your brooch this morning. I remember when we stood on the pier and you dropped it. I jumped into the water to save it. How impudent I was. Please don't say that. You know that I beg your pardon. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Haven't you had enough? Are you here to argue some more or to beg forgiveness? If it's the latter, it's too late. It won't make a difference. It's never too late. If I insulted you before somehow, then I'd like to apologize. You need not apologize to me. I bear you no ill will. Georgie, on the other hand, he won't talk to you. Could you tell me about Simon, then? You're his brother, and I'm here because of him. You've been here for 5 days and visited us twice, and you still understand nothing. Georgie had high hopes for you, Dr. Denkovsky. He expected you to amaze him, and you turned out to be ordinary. You're just stagnating. I wouldn't be stagnating if you were frank with me and didn't talk in riddles. So you want us to do everything for you? You're a scientist, Dr. Denkovsky. Why to this idleness of the mind? This is not idleness, Victor. I promise to move heaven and earth, but I need a solid place to plant my feet. Death is time. The time in your life slipping through your fingers. To defeat it, you must tame time. Or break it. Nothing new can be made without first breaking the old. That's what Simon used to say. Very poetic. But there's one problem with poetry. It's worthless. That's where you're wrong, Doctor. Must you consider poetry the opposite of formulae and calculations? The formula is only worthwhile if it's beautiful, after all. Your current way of thinking doesn't allow for proper discussion. Come back when you understand, when you found a way to break time. Verba profarina. Okay, so well, that's the end of that. So I think now, I'm not 100% used to the controls. Okay, now we want to go to Isidore, where, again, I think it's crazy that they're making us do this on day 5. Like, are you telling me Denkovsky didn't do shit the first 5 days? I mean, judging from, like, the beginning of this day, the beginning of this, like, portion, like, we were imprisoned, and judging from the dialogue, this was the second time. This wasn't the first time. So, like, what on earth is he doing? Or, you know, like, what was the prior version of him doing? Because, badly. He was doing poorly and terribly. Oh, okay, the issue here is that I have to go through several infected districts, and I was not paying attention to my stock, so I have no more of my plague goer aware. So, yeah, so we'll have to figure out how to do that. Okay, so, hi Temtem. Little Artemi is here. Hi Temtem. Alright, let's see. So, I mean, we have to go through plenty. Thank you for buttoning me in the face, Temtem. He loves forehead kisses. He's so cute. He's purring on my lap now. Still able to use my controller with him trying to step on my hand. So, we'll see how long this lasts. Yes? Alright. Well, we need to go down here. Well, if we can get through here, that would be ideal. Then we have to go through here. Yeah. So we'll have to walk through that infected district and this infected district, and then... Alright, let's go. Okay, we need to pass in front of the theater. Yep, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Everything sucks eggs. Okay. Okay. Okay, did it. Okay. Oh, okay, and it went around there, so I didn't actually have to walk through that district. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, now... Oh, what the fuck is going... What? Yeah, what? What the fuck is that? I thought this was a game about the plague, not a monster. Hey Clara, what the fuck was that? I mean, I know they're steppe creatures, but like... the only one that we've ever met is the albino, and that's not the albino. Changeling, Clara. Strange little ragamuffin with hypnotic eyes. Simpletons claim she can heal with the laying of one's hands. They also say she's a Sabnak's sister and an harbinger of death. The vicissitudes of fame. I saw Clara in remote places no one could ever reach, and at times it's as if she were in two places at once. Some vast present lurks in her shadow. Who is she? It's her. It's Clara. It's always been Clara. Yeah, I mean, I guess there has been, but it's never been as evident as, like, a monster on the roof.
I detest trickery.
Stop. Look into my eyes. Don't move. Don't even turn your head. She won't touch you as long as there's thread between us. Who's she? Shabnak, you know? The bony monstrosity you don't believe in. The one that's making your hands shake right now. My hands aren't shaking. No part of me is. Why are you so ashamed of your fear? Only morons are afraid of nothing. Of course, it would be best if you could just laugh at her, but you don't have the guts for that. You're way too serious. Too serious? Alright, here's a serious question then. What do you think I'm seeing? Shabnak is the plague's body. The earth spits her out every few years, so that she might walk through the town and cleanse it of corruption, of wicked thoughts of weak people. Everyone believes something different on that front. Why you, with your head of solid oak wood, can see her is a very interesting question. Most people like you are completely blind. What ripped that hole in you, I wonder? I don't remember. Now that's interesting. So there was something. A little pinprick from your past. A hangnail getting inflamed. Very interesting. I'd love to know more. Either way, whether you believe in her or not, she'll never stop following you. She likes you. I can tell that from a mile away. But I'll teach you how to handle her. Take notes, scholar. Oh, I heed, O great and wise sage. Rule number 1. You're no adversary for her. Your little revolver won't shoot her. Your little knife won't stab her. You can't stab a fairy tale, can you? And why would you even have a knife anyway? So all you can do is run. And the prototype... What prototype? I have an experimental device prototype that's capable of dispersing plague miasma. Fucking jackass. I like how they switch the POVs. That's very silly. You claim to fight death, but look how your lights lit up when you said kill. There's no way your little device can kill a Shabnak. Neither bone nor metal can strike her down. You claim to fight death, but look how your eyes lit up when you said kill. Killing death would be a heroic feat. It's a long-held dream of mine. There's no way your little device can kill a Shabnak. Neither bone nor metal can strike her down. Everyone knows that. How about compressed air and atomized particles of bile and belladonna? Do your myths say something about pneumatic weapons? Thought not. They say a sigh from Bosterok can stop her for a short while. When he sighs, she walks on tiptoe, careful not to wake him. If you exhale the right way, it'll probably slow her down. Shots from a prototype dispel the fog and all those dangerous whirls, clouds, and traps. If your so-called Shabnak truly is the plague, she'll be affected as well. Not like it matters, because I accidentally used all of it in the first segment, because even though this is a pathologic game, I was stupid. You believe that inventions of your science can defeat the ancient truth of the steppe? Well then, scholar, give it a try. It'll be interesting to see. Now here's rule 2. She both loves and hates fire. She can't pass a bonfire without wanting to love and destroy it. So light bonfires, they'll slow her down. They've spoke to me about bonfires a good deal at the town hall as well. Rule 3. She's drawn to people who aren't hollow. You may be close-minded and spiteful, but she still senses something in you. There's something you carry inside yourself, some spark. In other words, there's no way she's going to forget about you. Once she's close, she'll never stop chasing you. I know, yes, I know, I'm irresistible. This one is so simple, I'm not even going to give it a number. If she catches you, she'll devour you. You might find a way to wriggle out of her embrace the first time, but definitely not the second. No argument from me. Lingering beside a thick cloud of miasma must be deadly. And finally, you're probably not going to believe me. She eats away at most people's bodies, dries their skins, chews up their immune system. But you're not as easy to get to. Like someone's watching you from above. Protecting you, maybe. I don't know. From atop your polyhedron, it's stunningly tall. I don't know. Well, yes, I do know, but I don't understand. Feel free to disbelieve me, it doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that you won't get infected in a plague district like the others do. Instead, you'll go insane, waste all your time, and then she'll eat you. That's how it'll happen. What a heartwarming fantasy. If I really was in no danger of getting infected, there's so much I could do. She thinks she's my sister, and I think she's a monster made of bones. My hatred for her is stronger than all of yours combined. Be bold, bachelor. There's no shame in running from her. Maybe you'll get something done at all in the end. I mean, it has to do, obviously, with, like, the depression versus mania, and, like, the mania can kill you. I mean, I imagine the depression, too, because it slows down time. Of course I will. Thing from the step. Prototype can slow her down. Bonfires can slow her down. She cannot be stopped. Beware. Okay, they just made a chase enemy in this game. She cometh. My poor mind is stretched to breaking. I look at the architecture in the district and I see demons. If my game would let me click things. Come on, come on, come on. No, no, please. What was that? Oh, okay. Was there even a girl? A beatific girl in a fishing net cake taught me how to deal with hallucination. That doesn't make me feel better, honestly. Alright, now where do we want to go? Thank you for slowly doing that. Okay. So we want to go to Isidor's house, so straight around.
I don't want this.
Oh, is that the monster? The monster's chasing me? I don't want to look behind me. It's behind me, isn't it? Nope, 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 nope. And the game is lagging really bad right now. And it's really lagging really bad right now. Ooh, mamma mia! It's lagging really badly right now. Oh. Go on, you can do it, Danko. There we go. Oh, this game is lagging. Oh, a lot of people in Isidor's house. Okay, let me see if I can lower the settings. It's kind of a shame, but if it's not gonna run, there's nothing I can do. Okay, let's see. Will this make the game run better? Future atlases of the town's sky. I too used to stand in strange homes sipping wine, ardent admirers of Maria Kaina's talent for show, for now. Oh, why is she just in Isidor's house? That's weird. Why is she there? Maria Kaina and her entourage are investigating this gloomy house in the hindquarters. Huh. Maria Kaina, daughter of Victor and Nina. Eldest daughter of the Kynes, Simon's niece. Her mother was a mistress, a woman said to wield mythical powers. Maria believed she was meant to walk the same path. She was followed everywhere by her signs, young people who claimed to have aligned their fates with the constellations and mastered destiny itself. Her every gesture burned with untamed fire.
I know that face, and I've heard that voice, and that smell. It's delicious.
I can't hear you. Speak my language. Don't pretend you don't know it. I haven't said anything yet. Who dares open his mouth while the mistress is working? Daniel Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine, at your service. On Danil. No need to mock me. I haven't somehow forgotten you after 5 days. One does not forget the likes of you. I was just focused on the dialogue. The unexpectedness of your voice caught me off guard, that's all. I wanted to talk to Isidore Barak. As far as I can see, he's not at home. Give me your hand, Danil. Do it. Look me in the eye. No. You're not mocking me. You really don't know. Let me guess. Isidore is dead, just like everyone else I needed in this town. Am I right? Isidore's dead. How did this happen? It's an ugly story, and I am not some commoner girl to engage in gossip. It's much more important that a trace of Uncle Simon's hands still lingers in this house. It's here, very close, still warm. I can feel it, but the door's locked and broken. The house will give me nothing freely. Tell me more, whatever you can. I don't know. Uncle was a very close friend of Isidore Barak, or a rival. True friendship is indistinguishable from rivalry, and I can feel his life still smoldering in this house. In some object or living memory, perhaps he's even there himself. Simon's alive and in hiding. No, I don't believe in this kind of luck. Although... Oh, never mind. It no longer matters anyway. What I'm doing is stupid, and what you're doing even more so. That's what I thought an hour ago, but if Simon's left some kind of trace, any kind... That's not my point, Danil. There are traces of Uncle Simon in this house and the whole town, in the polyhedron, in the people, and even in the street layouts. Great people don't die. They just scatter into myriad of reflections. But we, his poor descendants, won't be able to put them back, because tomorrow shall not come. The people thought in the town hall thought so too, but we've broken out. We'll be suffocated by walls of reeking bodies. Shabnak will devour our tomorrow. When you sleep tonight, the apnea demon will descend upon you, and you'll lie there, frozen, staring at the ceiling forever. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I had a dream. I've seen every calendar in town stop at number 5. Tomorrow shall not come. It shall not come. The situation with the contagion is indeed critical. Perhaps you're right in your own way. Let me see. Shabnak. I think Dankovsky would be honest to Maria. She seemed like she did have a reverence for him in the original. It's really funny because, like, in Her Respect, she's, you know, the few times you do actually talk to her in the original Her Respect, she's just, oh, by accident click the button. You've seen a Shabnak. You on Danil. I keep forgetting that there are buttons on the back of the controller to make things easier to click. A woman or a monster. I didn't get a good look. Hard to see anything in this plague-ridden hell. In this backwater of ours, the earth sometimes belches out the strangest creatures. I'm surprised you had enough clarity of mind to see her. If you're surprised, imagine how I feel. She wasn't there in my dream, but that doesn't mean anything. She doesn't like to enter my dreams. My dreams are of the higher realms, and they strive upward. The clay spawn and the rat brigands don't feel at home there. Prophetic dreams again. I suppose I can't complain now, though. Our dreams are not the same. I am a mistress. I can see the truth. Tomorrow will not come. If only you acted differently. If you'd opened the hospital, taken charge of emergency command, search for answers, perhaps things could have been different. But you've missed your every chance, and so have I. So what do we do now? Go to the Stillwater. Say goodbye to Ava. Gaze up at the starry sky before you sleep. Write a letter. Get in touch with something you hold dear before the end. I hope to say goodbye to Uncle Simon. Forgive me, Maria. It's true that I haven't done everything I could have. Although, you know, Andanil, this was in my dream too. I stood in this house, right here. Uncle Simon breathed behind the closed door, and I told you tomorrow would not come. It was important to tell you that for some reason. I can't shake the feeling that there must be some chance, some opportunity I overlooked. I must find it. No. Maria Kaina, Simon's niece, brought her entourage to Caesar's house. Maria claims the town will perish tomorrow, and I think she's right. Let me... Dead end again. I deeply offended the Kynes in the past, and now they refuse to speak to me. If only I could replay it all. If I could zoom in. If the game would work. Oh, wow, I am dying. Oh, I am manic. Okay. Gotta make myself depressed. Isidore's house fell silently with its master death. His study is on the 2nd floor. Can I check that out or no? Ostracism. Simon Kyne's family has excommunicated me from their home and friendship. However, the younger Kynes don't follow this proposition. The memory. The echo of Simon is hidden in Isidore Barak's study. If I could click the buttons, that would help. Oh, that's right on the outside, so we want to go upstairs. Okay, let me... Get depressed.
Quiet, Ted.
Shh. Get depressed. Maria calls them signs. I too used to stand in strange houses on the towns for a moment. Whoops. Hey, Sticky! Orphan and Sneak. One of the children Isidore Barak surrounded himself in his final days. Perhaps that's why Sticky couldn't let go of his legacy. Or his heir. He got his nickname from his straw-like hair and a habit of showing up at the first sign of adventure. There are dozens of such restless teenagers in town. I don't think this one is special.
Well knows the kitten whose meat it has eaten.
Ugh, you son of a barnacle, lost the pin again. Maybe move it to the life. Hey, Sign, what you doing here? Go take a breather. I told you I'd call you when I was done. What did you call me? A sign. You must have mistaken me for someone else. Huh, you're no sign, are you? Or a very new one, at least. Did Maria put her spell on you already? Or do you follow her wherever, doing whatever she tells you? If you do, then you're a sign. Of course I don't. Me neither. Well, I thought I didn't. Then she asked me to break into the dead Master Barak's house, and then I just ran here, skipping all the way. Does the door refuse to yield, little burglar? What, do you think I'm some dimwit? The front one took me 3 minutes, tops. The main study, though. That won't budge. Says as if they broke the lock specifically so no one can open it. And blocked the door from the inside to boot. Ugh. Come now to the left. This again. Now I've broken my favorite pick too. Is there something important inside that study? Of course there is! The clues! It was the murderer who closed it, I tell you, so no one can investigate anything. So Master Barak stays unavenged. It can't be a coincidence, all of this. If nothing else, Isidore was a doctor. And he dies right before the plague comes, and his study's locked. You know how it was? This house was open all the way until the funeral. Then the killer knew he had to lock it. Because they all understood it at the funeral. Not everyone grows 4 new arms after death, you know. That beast's clawed, too. Only happens if you fought for your life, tooth and nail. Indeed, it may be possible to determine the cause of death by the body's appearance, but Isidore has been buried already, hasn't he? It's been 3 days since he's been in the ground. All over now. The killer was sulking here that very day. Seen him with my own 2 eyes. I did because I wasn't at the funeral like everyone else. Still, couldn't track him down. Ugh. Okay, so... I'm curious. Is the time situation also affecting... Well, it does seem to be affecting Clara, but she seems in the know in a way where, like... Artemi and Danil aren't. Yes, Temmie? Please stop. Okay. Temmie's on my lap, so I'm trying to keep him from attacking the controller's wire. It's interesting. Is everybody just like... I mean, technically that was the opening of 2 as well, which starts with how Artemi fucked everything up and failed, and then it starts over again. We start the performance over. So we're forced to see a bad end and then rewind. Though Artemi makes it to the last day. You've seen the murderer. Who was it? Did you recognize him? I'm not telling you. You don't care a bit about Master Barak. All these days you're as cool as a cucumber that he's dead, that he's murdered. For you, Master Barak was some old man who wrote you a letter to the capital about magical mythical Simon. And he was the best of them all. If you want to see the person responsible for Isidore's death punished, you need to tell me everything you know to an adult. Me, for example. And who the heck are you, walking around here all high and mighty like, and you did nothing? Bear, he came to you too, and they killed his father, and he was the one they accused of it. Imagine that. And 5 days after, look where you are, and look where Bear is. I'm not denying I've wasted my time, but I will try to make up for what was lost. I'll find Master Barak's killer on my own. Or with Bear, maybe. Because we cared for him and you never did. You care about Simon Kine, don't you? Have you ever thought that he might be right behind this stubborn door, eh? Maria did tell me that she felt some kind of trace in Simon in this house. A presence. Master Burak, they buried him at least. Simon, they didn't. Someone stole him. You didn't know that, huh? No one did. The Kines thought they'd be able to keep it secret. Not from me, though. What if Simon's body is right here? I'll find it. I'll find it then, not you. If I can finally defeat this door, that is. Dead ends everywhere. Dead ends and locked doors that can't even be picked. Failure. Isidore is dead, killed on the very day I arrived, the same day Simon died. This town's darkest hour. My darkest hour. Isidore's study was closed on the second day, locked jammed. I cannot investigate it. It was buried on the second day. I cannot investigate it. Isidore's killer was seen on the second day, but the trail is long and since cold. I can't catch him. It's clear that this is a lost cause. I can't save the town. I can't save Thanatica. I can't find Simon. There's only one way out. On day 2, someone barricaded Isidore's study. If only I came here in the morning. Alas! The day I found no time to visit my colleague. Or did I come too late and run into a locked door? I'm missing something. Up. Hey. The town is driving me insane. These already dangerous infected districts have declared war on me. Okay. Well, I can't even look at my status. Investigation open mind map. There's nothing I can do.
There's no point. I've lost myself and the whole town.
You sure have, buddy. The end. Apathy has reached its peak, and the flail of life fades. The last hope is to hold on to a thought. My hand reaches for the final bullet. I must act before it is too late. The town will perish tomorrow. He will just kill himself. So says the logic. You abandoned the town for Thanatica. Okay, yeah, he'll just kill himself, huh? Hey! What troubles you, Signia? Your day's over. I just shot myself. Why are we talking? You stand inside a mirrored chamber. That's crazy. So if you let his apathy get full, he'll just shoot himself if you're not quick enough. Jesus Christ, Danko. Dangers of it all. Jesus Christ, man. You stand inside a mirrored chamber. Look, one glass which you shot yourself. Still more in which your life goes on. This place allows a man to choose among the possibilities. I don't understand. You're free to pick up one which you shot yourself and end your story there. Or you can choose to defy death and give it one more try. Your business in the living world remains unfinished, no? I was looking for Simon, but I failed. There's not enough of me for this. Then let us say you did not shoot yourself. Too much left still to do and not enough of you. Your goal will pull you back to life, a hook lodged in your cheek. If you depart too soon, who would be there to bear this burden? Who are you? Why can't I see beings like you? Does it matter? Yes, for diagnostic purposes. If only I can see you and I'm not mad, then what is so special about me? Why are you following me of all people? You know, judging that during conversations, the mania and the apathy can go up and down. Wow, this game has really created a scenario where you could choose dialogue options that increase your apathy, and then he'll try to shoot himself in front of one of the bound. That's crazy. Pathologic's crazy. This game is insane. And you know what? The question still is who is following whom. I never leave this place, and you here are a first-time visitor. Your present fate remains unclear. Are you a body lying, bleeding on the ground, or are you still at the still water, staring at a clock? What about the clock? Is it somehow special? A clock is as common as can be, but what you'll do with it is not. Stand before it and watch the motions of its hands. How the hell does it work? Can I travel in time between days or what? Am I stuck in some kind of time loop? I like how they've made it a time loop story. They've somehow made this, they've already made this game, which is like catnip to me, even more like catnip. They put like the special catnip in this one because I love a time travel story. My favorite game growing up was Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Does it matter? Oh, he's so annoying. Yes, it does. I must understand its underlying mechanism. Am I in this town or in a memory of it? It's like everywhere at once, both standing here and giving a statement at the Capitol, acting and recounting my actions at the same time. And now it seems I can leap across days. What should I make of that? You come out of the shadows by degrees, Signor. Indeed, it is as you are both here and there. Your thought of time is a mere line and traps your mind. In truth, you are as free as ever. At once you're here and in the capital. One foot in yesterday, another on tomorrow. So that's how it is. I asked for clarity, and I get smoke in mirrors. No smoke, but many mirrors. To free yourself, you'll have to break the glass. By the way, what's that moving picture there? It makes me uneasy. Camera Lumina, one of Simon's ruminations. For now, pay it no mind. You'll understand in time. Condensation from a shadow. How many mirrors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's not anything of having to do with... You know what, let's start with this one.
Camera obscura. Camera lumina.
Am I supposed to break them all? Seriously? Are you a spontaneous resurrectee? Are you dead, Excellency? Have curtains fallen on the stage? Are credits rolling across your body? Oh, am I just...
Optics, vision.
Oh, I just gotta break... Okay, so that's why they have you break mirrors just randomly in town. Let me in. Let me break the glass.
Why so jittery, Denkovsky? Superstitions aren't real.
Okay, I'm in the Stillwater. What day? My temporary refuge. The clock here seemed peculiar to me even before. Okay, still on day 5. The past shades the future. I need to find a mechanical clock to restart time. Sounds easy. As easy as anything else I've done in this town. I think it's upstairs. Oh, hey, Yulia. Hanging out in Ava's place, huh? Yulia Yuricheva, the Fatalist. She came from the capital with the Arneortex, an organization that built the western part of this town. Many of the town's oddities can be attributed to them. Yulia immediately struck me as an intelligent, rational, and unhappy person.
1925, 34. Enough.
Got a cigarette? Afraid not. Pity. There are no cigarettes left in this town. There's almost nothing left, really. But I miss cigarettes especially. Are you a friend of Ava's? Forgive me, I'm still getting acquainted with the guest of this house. So you don't remember me? Well, I should have expected that. You're probably beset with new demands every minute. Forgive me, you're right. So much has piled up and everyone wants something from me. I'm Yulia. Yulia Yuricheva. 2 days ago you came to my house, the Trammel, and promised to put in a good word for me with the Kynes, to make sure they don't exile me from the town. Yes, of course. I remember you. I'm afraid I haven't gotten the chance to speak with the Kynes yet, but I'll certainly get around to it. No, you won't! I see you're not in the mood, but I thought we had an agreement. I gave you a lead and you gave me your word. I'll do it all, I promise. Forgive me for the delay. It's just a very difficult time right now. Everything's just falling apart. Oh, hey, Eva. Gave her a different outfit. Eva Jan, Canary in the Cage. The Stillwater is a failed observatory converted into a guest house. One day Eva Jan just moved in. She was never chased out because, according to the locals, the Stillwater changes people in strange ways and someone must bear its attentions. When I arrived, they'd already arranged a room for me at the Stillwater. I saw Eva every day. She almost never went outside.
That's okay. I've found a way. Everything is going to be just fine. You'll see.
You're back. That's good. You'll sleep so much more soundly in the Stillwater than in a prison cell. Simon had every good reason to arrange you to stay here. I've been living here for 5 days, but I still haven't settled in. Every time I see this house, it's like the first time. That's natural. The Stillwater is one of those houses meant to twist the stole. People always feel strange and uncomfortable here. If you get used to it, that could be good, or it could not be so good. twist the soul. You'll understand later. Why are you staring at the clock like that, as if it's hypnotizing you? You're the second person today to talk to me about clocks. Who was the first? A thespian. I can never tell whether you're joking or serious. I can't tell myself. Those who live in the still water can still get things muddled in their heads, but you shouldn't blame everything on the house. It's unusual, certainly, and built with a specific intent, but in the end it's only a building. You're right. I'm dead tired. I need to sleep. Sleeps is death's little brother. A truism. I'm quoting the great Bachelor Denkovsky. Not my best quote. Don't lie down while you're thinking so much about the clock. You won't fall asleep anyway. You're right. I can't get it out of my head. Okay, so yeah, so that stuff stays in there. So you can catch it between okay, I want to put as much in there as possible then. Bam. Use. Amalgam is required to recall the past. Amalgam is needed for both the bachelor's past and the player's past. Loading a save requires payment. It can be obtained by smashing mirrors, and in a couple more ways. Previous day, so LB. Okay, so I can only go in the past, I cannot go in the future. Okay, it looks like it costs the same regardless. I mean, we're going to day 1, right? There's a lot to do.
You keep walking in circles, like a circus act. Though a circus has elephants at least. You only have shabby little tricks.
At it again, Doctor. I asked you not to bury me in trifles. Are you here to explain that the children stole your microscope? Your arrival in this town doesn't interest me. I only care about what matters. What could be more important than how it all began? Or do you take me for one of your memorists, a close friend, who's entrusted with your life from the very beginning? But on day 1, something else happened. Something that matters. It concerns Simon. Simon Kine is a curious figure indeed, but for our purposes he is entirely secondary. By the time you arrived, he was already dead, as I understand it. That is your mistake, Inspector. You're misreading the past. Simon is very central to my account. You still can't grasp my central point, esteemed bachelor. You chased after the same old man and turned your back on the fate of tens and thousands of people. That's where your guilt lies. Now you're repeating the same mistake. We're investigating the plague. The plague. The town. Only they matter, not Simon. I asked for a glass of water ages ago. Where is it? Okay, so they won't let me. Okay, then let's do day 2 then.
Your talent doesn't have too many admirers. Everyone's against you. Ziegler, Vilanovich, Voronin. Shall I continue?
You've been going on about the second day. What are you implying exactly? According to our information, there was no plague in the town yet. There was nothing to research besides the still water and its charming mistress. The authorities were aware of the plague on the second day. I tried to warn the governor. And nobody listened to you with your reputation. That's a very childish lie. For shame, next thing you'll tell me is the cup was broken by an invisible dwarf, not you. They did listen. Or they tried to. If not, I wouldn't have had anything to work with by the third day. You cannot possibly know whether the town was clean on the second day or not. You hadn't opened the hospital yet. You understood nothing about the sand plague. And pardon my frankness, I'm not interested in your hypothesis or speculation. I need hard facts. I did open the hospital on the third day. Why don't you tell me about that then, and then we'll see if there's any merit to your musings about the genesis of the plague. Third day it is then. Okay, so if I don't choose the right day, they don't take that away from me. Okay, so day 3.
Round and round and round and round and round.
You are, I beg your pardon, trying to deceive me, time and time again. Sure enough, it isn't in my power to forbid you lying, at our human honest, but no one can also, shall we say, be mistaken with no ill intent. But as far as formal logic is concerned, you are constantly feeding me something that can only be described as a falsehood. Everyone lies. You two are lying to me right now. What do we have next? Day 3, the crucial one. The day the town elites were to appoint the Hell Inspector General, the person to lead the fight against the epidemic. You were absent. That's a lie. I took the full burden of responsibility. Do you admit that this whole thing with Simon Kine was nothing but an excuse? They wanted to shut down your lab, and you just shirked your responsibilities, scuttling away in the back of Beyond and abandoning your brainchild for your junior colleagues to deal with. The captain was first to desert the sinking ship. Simon Kine did exist, I'm sure of that. What does it matter if he existed or not? He was one man, and you had thousands dying around you. A single person become the foundation of a breakthrough that saves millions. Do you think upholding your Hippocratic oath is optional? No, that's why I opened a hospital and started saving people, even though they repaid me in hatred. According to my information, there was no hospital building in the town. Here, take a look. You're right. There was no dedicated building for a hospital. That's why I opened it in a rather unexpected location. The theater, which Agalia Lilich then immediately works backwards. She's like, no. Oh, now we're zooping into the world. Alright, and that is it for this episode of Pathologic 3. I'm like starting to get more of an idea of like the kind of management game it will be. Especially like once you're managing more of the like levels of like the mania and the apathy. Keep calling it depression, but it's apathy. And yeah, I don't know exactly what to do with that information yet. Like, I have a lot of faith in pathologic storytelling because it's just like that first game like knocked me off my feet so spectacularly, and like I really enjoyed too. I like missed a lot of stuff on my first playthrough, so like it's like a bit of a stunted experience a little bit. But I'm curious, but upon me replaying that game, there was more of an appreciation for it. because it's like, I'm not going to lie. I'm one of those people who's just like, oh, there's a chance that like the writing might not be better. It's like, I'm like, the original's the best. I don't believe that, but it's also interesting because this is in essence an adaptational work of the original, and there is something depending, like 2 felt like it was like it's an adaptation, but it's also speaking on what was prior. So like you can't help but not comment on what came before, whether it was more intentional or the current version is more like you were actually envisioning, and like how that changes what the work means. Because it's like the thing I keep thinking about is the grief stuff in 2, and it's like I was too busy trying to survive, so I could not like focus on Grief's whole thing about him going to Agalia and like coming over to her side. I'm curious of where this game goes, because I think it's also it's depending. I'm not sure if it's going to be handled particularly well. We'll see how it kind of pans out in the fiction. Will it feel a little more campy, or will it actually feel like solemn? And like the thing about like classic and 2 is they're not really campy. They're not fun. They're very dire. And I think it's like I think it doesn't help that it's like I've spent a couple hours like in the tutorial segments, which is very kind. It's very kind of it to give me tutorial segments instead of just throwing a knife at me and one hit killing me when I'm trying to go to the theater. Bachelor route in Classic HD, especially since it's like gonna be most often the first route you play, is so crazy. Bachelor is having the worst time of his life, and I'm really glad that they've kept with that model. I could keep talking forever, but I am gonna leave you guys there. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!